Something really remarkable happened. A team of 25 people went on a bus ride, 2,700 kilometers, 72 hours, and they split up into teams and built companies. And we're going to talk to the winners who built great companies on this bus ride. It's called the StartUpBus, and we're going to hear about it right now. Who are you?
I'm Timon Rebel.
I'm Esther Gons.
My name's Stevie Graham. I'm a Ruby developer and I also work for a startup called Twilio out of San Francisco.
I'm an information strategist and I draw a lot to have people see the overview and to see information streams and connect things. So I get hired a lot, but I also have my own startups and platforms I build on.
I'm a serial entrepreneur working on a new startup actually, building real-time navigation for pistes and slopes, skiers and snowboarders. I'm a tech guy, I'm a developer. Been doing that for 10 years at a startup before this one.
What the hell got you to go on a bus ride with a bunch of geeks building companies?
It sounds crazy, right? Who would want to drive for 3 days through the whole of Europe?
It's a concept from America actually. Elias did it last year with 1 bus and this year with 6 buses, going from San Francisco to South by Southwest.
That was really chaotic, but
when the bus kicked off, everyone went to the front and pitched their ideas. I went up and pitched a couple of ideas.
And you're just trying to build up a viable product in 3 days with people you never met before on an idea you did not have before the bus.
2 guys, Irfan and Nazir from London and Geir Backholt from Norway came over and they were interested. So we're not really convinced by the idea, so we rapidly iterated and we were really worried we weren't going to be able to find anything. We eventually settled on this idea and then we just got cracking.
We're just with 3 people. Stefan Beekman was the one with the idea and he was the one that actually had the technical skills that could develop. And Saskia Fiedler was really enthusiastic about it. They went to be together at first. They immediately thought that was the best idea. And she has communication and social media skills, so she was really writing all of our press releases and stuff. And they asked me to be the one that thought about all the information flow and how we could do that, and actually do the design as well.
So we started with the easy part, the equity share. We tried to write a press release up front, so we really cornered down the thing we are going to work on, and then we did a lot of research on how can we really do an interactive voicemail in 3 days. We need to have speech-to-text recognition and natural language processing, and the easy part, of course, is the emailing.
It's weird to build something in 3 days, right?
Yeah.
It's called Wonder. It collects stuff you would like to travel. So if you go on a travel, you collect means to travel, your tips from friends, the maps you need, the restaurants, the accommodation, everything. And then you take it with you in an app where everything is offline and online. So that's the small version.
So we built this app called Yo Bro. So it's a very simple iPhone app. You just type in the topic you want to talk about, press go, and you're dumped into an audio chat room with people that have typed in the same thing. We're going to add Twitter trending topics on there as well. You just tap and you'll be probably put into a room full of Justin Bieber fans, but you know, there's worse things, I suppose.
Then we needed to do product demos to a team of VCs, journalists and entrepreneurs. And after that, a winner was announced. We actually won together with Wonder, another app. So it was fantastic winning it. We got a fast track into an application of Seedcamp if we are continuing our startup. So we got a really warm welcome, a lot of applause, and people are just amazed what you can build in those 72 hours.
Yeah.
And I was as well.
But we did pitch it more than once, and that was a really cool thing because the first pitch was in Copenhagen. You fished after one day, and it was real fussy, woolly. We didn't know where to go exactly. We got questions from the startup people over there, and we were like, oh, this is wrong, and we didn't do that well, and everybody was taping, and you got really nervous. And then over time you saw it evolve with every one of them, and it was really cool because you get frustrated because things didn't go well, and we got to pitch again at Berlin, and we got to pitch at Google, where there were also people asking really nasty questions. And then all of a sudden, when we were in Paris, in front of the jury at SeedCamp, it suddenly came together because you did it so many times and you were prepared, and it fell into place, and there was focus, and then it suddenly was a thing. So,
how real is a company that's built in 72 hours? How much work now has to be done to really take it to market and build a real product that gets in the hands of everyday people?
Well, we have a workable demo, and I think the hardest part of a starting company is getting the team right. And when you are 72 hours together in a bus, working together, sleeping together on extreme conditions, you really get to know each other. And I'm really confident in my team members, and I know I can rely on them, because if we can survive a trip like this, we can survive running a startup. Yeah. So I think StartUpBus is even more about the people and building a alumni network I can rely on. I made friends for life. And building the product further isn't going to be the hard part.
Yeah. What's going to happen now? Is it a real company, or are you just a bunch of friends now who are going to remember this?
We're definitely a bunch of friends, but all of us are in the bus, because being together for so many hours in a really tight spot, got frustration and laughter and discussions, you're all friends really. So I think we think we really want to go on with this. Maybe do something with the Facebook open graph, but we're gonna let it sink in for a couple of weeks and then meet again and see how we go from there.
Got it. And would you recommend other people go on a future bus?
Well, definitely, because it's this 3-day fast learning track, and you actually get inspired and think about things. Because the only focus you have is on that product, because there's nothing else, there's no world outside. It's just that bus with all the frustration and inspiration and the people you work with. So it's a really cool thing to do.
Very cool.
I really recommend it. It's one of the most personally enriching things I've ever done. I think I've made about 4 or 5 really good friends in 3 days. It's actually quite incredible.
Very cool.